Ladies and gentlemen, hang on to your seats because it's time for the Rob Corley Show. Tonight, Outback Airmail with the Koala Brothers. And now, just as unpopular as he was last week, it's Rob Corley. Whoa, hello. Hi, I can see you. I can see you. Hello. Welcome, everybody, to the Rob Corley Show. I am Rob Corley, as you can plainly see, and I am still the least most popular web show host in all the internet. So, thank you very much. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, because there are a whole lot of other more interesting shows you could be watching. Well, but I guess all the other show hosts are probably off now. Maybe they've all signed off. All the other popular YouTubers you could be watching have probably signed off for the evening, so there's nothing left to watch. So here you are, and here I am, so thanks. Anyway, that's not what I wanted to talk about with you tonight. What I wanted to talk with you about is, it's October. The weather's starting to change, the air's starting to get a little cooler, and the leaves are starting to change colors now. And, I kind of like the fall. It's not too warm, it's not too cold. It's like just before it starts getting colder outside, it's just getting just a little bit cooler to the point where you may have to start wearing a jacket out. And one thing I generally like the fall, but there's one thing I do not like. There's one thing I cannot stand now that I'm older. And it's the fact that when the leaves change colors, they fall down from the tree. And when they fall down from the tree, they create this big mess of leaves all over the yard. And here's the thing about leaves. The wind helps them come down on the ground. They don't just get there on their own. The wind moves the leaves around to different places in your yard, on your house, on your car, just about every single place you could think of. And it's hard, it makes it harder to get the leaves, to rake them all up with your rake when they're all scattered all over the yard. So then you have to take the rake and rake them up in piles, and then once you get those piles raked up, then you have to put them in bags, and putting them in bags is almost as hard as raking them up, because once you start picking them up and putting them in the bag, that's when the pile starts to fall apart, and the leaves, they just start scattering again, and then you gotta bend down and pick them up and then put them in a bag, and it's like bit by bit, It's almost like you're littering leaves in your yard. It's almost like once you pick up most of the leaves and put them in the bag, it's almost like there are just as many leaves as there were when you first started. So it's almost like you're never gonna finish, and you're sitting there like 2-3 hours later, you're still raking, trying to get the leaves just right, trying to see if you can get every single leaf there is on the ground, which is almost impossible, because you can't get them all up until the last leaf falls. And when the last leaf falls, right before winter, when there aren't supposed to be any leaves on the tree at all. Actually, all the leaves are supposed to be off before the winter. But the way the weather is happening now, it's almost like the leaves might still be there by next month. So you're still probably gonna have to do some late season raking or something like that. And I would just say happy raking, if it is happy at all. But yeah, those leaves, you gotta watch them because sometimes they don't want to come up off the ground. Sometimes they stick. And when it rains, that doesn't help either, because when it rains, the leaves get wet, and then they get harder and harder to get up, and once they dry, they curl up and get all crunchy and stuff. So, yeah, it's really tough raking leaves. I'm glad I'm not in the leaf raking business, because that's got to be a tough business to get a call saying, I need you to come get those leaves out of my yard, but they're all crunchy and stuff, so you got to get some type of vacuum sucking thing to get up all the leaves. Hopefully you don't hit the wrong switch and they blow all out. Like, that's what you don't want. You don't want that. You want all the leaves sucked up so that you can dump them into the trash bag. That's what most people use to collect leaves. And then you gladly sit them on the sidewalk or on the curb so that the yard or trash people can come and get them. So then those leaves that were there that season will be out of your life forever. And isn't that what this is all about? Getting the leaves, gathering them up, and sending them away so that you don't have to worry about them anymore until next year. Yeah, that's what it's for. That's what the leaf picking up, raking up process is all about. I'd like to thank you all for listening to this. And when we come back, we will be doing some Outback Airmail with my good friends, the Koala Brothers. Stick around, we'll be right back. Thank you all for joining me today. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody. Now it's time for Outback Airmail with the Koala Brothers. The Koala Brothers, just in case you didn't know, are two brothers that are koalas. But of course you figured that part out, right? Anyway, they're brothers that live in the Australian outback in Australia. And they go around looking for people, they're mostly their friends, that need help. And when they're looking for people to help, they fly around in their airplane, and they usually use a telescope to figure out where or who needs help. But sometimes they help their friend George the turtle deliver mail when he can't do it all by himself. Sometimes he has too many packages and stuff to deliver, so he calls on the Koala Brothers to help him out. So what we're gonna do is tag along with them and see how we can help, see if we can't get some packages to some of our friends in the Australian outback. So let's go. Now there's Frank up front driving the plane, and there's Buster, his brother, in the back. He's going to be the one dropping the packages. Okay, drop.
That's the way.
Alright, and drop. Drop! Drop! There's red packages, blue packages, and purple packages. Okay, and drop. Drop. And drop. Drop. Now I'm pretty sure.
Click here to go to the next
All right.
level. Click here if you'd like to play this one.
I'm pretty sure I'll learn all the characters' names sooner. Drop. I can't remember all their names right now. Oh, there's Ned and Archie. Ned is a wombat and Archie is a crocodile. Okay. Drop! Drop! And drop! And drop again.
Wow, you're a top-notch helper.
Okay, now drop. Drop. There's Mitzi. She's a possum. There's Ned again. Drop. Scooter, drop. Drop the packages. Okay, just a few more. All right, a boot. Drop. 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 And drop. Oh, this is going great. We're getting all the packages to our friends.
Not that time. Be sure to click a...
Drop. Drop. And drop. There. Well, everybody, that was a great run. I'm sure the Koala Brothers, I'm sure Frank and Buster really appreciated our help. So we're going to take a little break here. But we'll be right back with more Rob Corley Show. Stay right there, everybody. Hey, I'm glad you came back. Now I think it's time for us to continue our story with Jessica and Marcus from the electric company. Yes, that's right. Do you remember what happened the last time we saw them? Well, they were just about to head into the city out of the ocean. They had just come out of the ocean and they were heading into the city. And Jessica was almost close to Danny. And Danny Rebus has taken off with the electric diner ship. And Marcus is stuck inside the ship with Danny. So Marcus has been helping Jessica all he can by throwing out words to her. And she has to go and catch those words. And the words give her the power to, they power the flying machine that she and Marcus were building. So why don't we go now and see what is happening in that story.
See you! We've got to catch up. We need to collect words that rhyme with tone. words that rhyme with fade.
Shade. Pain. Rain. Rain. Pain. Rain.
Nice one! We're almost caught up. Keep going. This time you're only looking for words that rhyme with guy.
Fly. Fly. Cry. Fly. Sigh. Fly.
All right!
Well, that was quite an adventure, wasn't it? I do believe that Jessica and Marcus will be united again soon. Now, they're best friends, you know. They do just about everything together. And looks like it won't be too long before Jessica actually catches up to Danny. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens next time. Alright everybody, we're going to take one more break, but we'll be right back. Hey, welcome back. Well, that's the show, everybody. Hope you join us next time. Hope you had fun. Join us next time for more fun and games. This is Rob Corley signing out, saying good night, everybody. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-